Is it really possible to open an international bank account 100% remotely without going physically in a bank branch? My name is Matteo Maglia, I'm Partnership Manager in GloboBanks. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for not losing any new content, and in this video I would like to let you know how is it possible and how we can help our clients to open 100% remotely the best international physical and traditional bank account. Today you have to know that the banks are closing so much their policies, so it's very hard for example, a non-resident to open an account in a bank that is based in a country where this person doesn't live. For example, if you are not a US resident and you want to open an account in the US, it's very hard to do it, not just remotely but also physically, because you are like a foreign for the bank. You have no contacts with the US. They really don't know who you are in the external countries. They don't know what you do, etc. You can provide documents but are not US documents. You don't have any story in the US. So it's very hard today open an international account also physically, but remotely is basically impossible to do it, just for the information I told you. The bank doesn't know you, and there are some banks that allows you to open, for example, physical account. You could do it for yourself, but you have to, for example, book a flight, go with a flight to the country where the bank is based. You have to go physically to the offices, in the branches of the bank. You have to talk with the relationship managers or the directors in the banks. You have to provide your documents. Maybe you have to open, maybe you are like Italian and you have to open an account in the US. So you need to translate your documents, certificate your documents, etc. And you have to go multiple times in the office, because it's not just one time, but the directors and the relationship manager are asking you to go other times, because they have to make more checks on your person. So you have to not just book a flight, but you have to book an hotel or an apartment in the town where you want to open an account and stay there weeks or months. Yes, maybe are international accounts that allows to non-resident to open accounts in those banks physically, but you are going to book the flight, to book the hotel, you will go multiple times to the office, you stay in the city, in the town, weeks, months, and maybe the application is going to be denied because maybe you didn't provide the right documents, you didn't do well the application. So it's a very hard situation, a lot of stress for you, losing of time, losing of money, just trying to do something that you could do in a very easier way, just having someone that can refer you to the bank. So you will not access to the bank like a foreign, but you will access the bank referred by someone that the bank trusts so much. This kind of person or company is a company like us, GloboBanks, that we are official introducers in more than 60 top tier banks all over the world. We work with JP Morgan Chase, Citibank, DBS, UBS, etc. And what we do is to refer you to the bank and make all the application for you, so you don't have to go to translate documents, certificate documents, send the documents to the bank, talk to the bank. We are going to do everything for you. And the very good thing is that we can do it 100% remotely. So if you live in Italy, if you live in Spain, if you live in Hong Kong, if you live in Switzerland, etc., you can stay there. You don't have to move if you don't want, and we can manage all your application 100% remotely with the banks. You will just send us your documents, also in the original language if it's not the language where you want to open an account. Our legal team will translate the documents, certificate them, send them to the bank, and once the account is open, the bank will contact you with an official email telling you, hey mister, your account is open, here are your credentials, your username and password to access to your account. The average time to do it with us is around 7 days and 30 days. That is something that is very good, because like I told you, today is very hard to open an account physically, so remotely basically is impossible, and it's more impossible to do it in less than a month. But having a very strong partner like us, this is possible just because we know a lot of people inside the banks we are working with. So we know the relationship managers, we know the directors, we send to the banks lots of clients each month, so the banks trust us so much, and they allow us to do something that other companies and other people can't do. that is just opening remote account also for non-residents and 100% remotely with very little time. We work with some banks that are not accepting, for example, remote opening, and there are no companies, for example, that can open accounts remotely there, but we can do it because our team is traveling a lot all the year long and go to visit the directors of the banks. So we created and we are still creating very strong relationships there. So we can do basically something like I told you before that is basically impossible for most. Remote opening is possible. You just have to do it with someone that know very well how the business works, someone that has and all the relationships that are needed to open remotely accounts. And yes, if you want to do it or if you want just to more information, you can find a link in the description of the video. You can just click the link and book a free consultancy with one of our managers. They will help you to understand your needs, to recommend you the best and the better bank that fits needs in your case, and you can just see how we work and how we can open account 100% remotely. If you are interested also in Swiss accounts, Singapore accounts, US accounts, that is very hard to do it. We can just to do it. It's our work, it's our business. We do it every day with hundreds of clients. So just click the link below and we will see in the next video.